I can see them coming over the trees. They're coming up, and hopefully they're moving this direction. There's so many scouts on this trap right here. Oh, here they come. They're coming my way. This is awesome. I've never seen one actually move in from distance like this, but they are coming in across this house over here. They're gonna go right up into this swarm trap. And I don't know if you guys can see them on the video yet, but they are rolling like a cloud, and they just took off. I looked up in those trees and I couldn't find them, but they are definitely up there and definitely starting to move in. So here they come. It's going to be a kind of a bad angle with the sun and everything, but they're coming right now. Here they come. Let me change angles so I can get a better view of it with the sun. You can see them in the sun. That's actually pretty cool. So here they come, getting ready to move into this swarm trap right here. And you can actually see them starting to cluster. It's still they're all still in the air. None of them have actually landed yet. And they're coming in now. And you can see them, they're all back up over this house, back over here still. But they are humming. I don't know if you can hear that or not. That's the sound a bee swarm makes as it moves in. This is the 4th swarm that's come into this trap right in my backyard. And I was pretty sure all day they were gonna come in, just judging by the amount of scout activity on this thing. But it's the 2nd one I've seen on this trap this year actually make it into the trap. So this is kind of nice with the sun backlighting them like that. That's really, really cool. But they are coming in hard. And they say bees attract bees. Well, these hives in the backyard have done a good job enticing swarms to come in here. None of these swarms have been from my hives, but my hives have certainly attracted these bees. So I had never seen a swarm actually move in until this year when I started trying to catch them. But you can see them and hear them. They are moving in. I'm on the front of the box right there. You can see them starting to cluster up and go in. Free bees. Ain't nothing like free bees. So it's like it's a pretty big swarm. So it's these big boxes from that natural beekeeping site have been one of the best things I've built. I've probably caught, I think this is a swarm number 18 this year, and I've caught about 12 of those 18 swarms in these larger boxes. Wow, they're in tight. They're all over the place here. They're still coming over the house. That's a huge swarm moving in. Wow. The noise is amazing. All right, crawling up my legs into my shorts. That's not good. Look at them. You can see them starting to march into that box. They land on the face of that swarm trap, and they it's like it's sucking them in. There's a vacuum on the inside of that box just pulling them right in. This is awesome. It's really nice with the sun in the background like that. This is a big prime swarm. I've had a couple of these swarms come into this box back here. They've been really small swarms and they'd be done and all in the box by now, but this thing just keeps coming. Look at them all landed on the top of that ladder right there. Yvonne, I hope your swarm commander up there in Montana works as well as mine has down here in Key Largo, because that stuff is amazing. there's so many bees in the front of that box. They're landing on the tree because there's almost no place for them to land on the box. I made sure last night after I saw that the scouts were working it really hard, I got up on that ladder and I made sure all the frames were arranged perfectly so that the comb, when they start to build it, if they get into there before I can get it down due to weather or whatever else, that all the comb they build on that on those frames is nice and straight, and I don't have to do a bunch of rearranging and surgery. I lost 2 swarms the day before yesterday because I had to go in and remove a bunch of comb that they had built on the top of the box, and whatever I did, they didn't like it and they took off. So I'm, even though I've caught, but this is number 18, I've only actually kept 16 because I lost those 2. So, but they are still a lot of bees in the air. Still just a ton of bees in the air, and it is they're still moving in. That's a big swarm. That's going to fill that 6-frame box. So, thank you, big boxes. These guys probably wouldn't have moved into a small 5-frame nuke with the shallow depth underneath it. So I'll have to get these out pretty quick, or they're going to start building comb off the bottom of the frames. Wow. You can see them. They're still coming in over the top of the house. A lot of stragglers. My neighbor was out in his backyard. There's the second or the third one that moved in, and he stood out there and he was just in awe. He's 73 years old. He's never actually seen a bee swarm, and he was thanking me for being a beekeeper and telling me how awesome it is to see this stuff, and it's amazing what a couple of jars of honey will do for good neighbors. There's a black hole. They're almost rotating and circling as they're getting sucked into that entrance on the front of the box. It's the March. There's still a lot of bees in the air. I knew as soon as Jody left the house this afternoon, she was going to miss this one. She's missed every single one we've had come into this box. She's always out and about doing something. Big cluster on the bottom left-hand corner might be the queen with the bees all clustering around her. She's trying to fight them to get in the box. It's the only spot on the box where there's a big lump. It's a clockwise rotation of bees coming down the right side of the box and circling around the bottom, and then it's almost like a hurricane. It's a tropical storm of bees sliding into that. Well, they are hurrying in now. Shot here behind the box on the back of the tree. You can see how many bees are still behind the box on the back of the tree. There's still a ton of bees that haven't gone in the box yet. watch and you see what happens with that group that's on behind the back of the tree. There's a big cluster back there. They're not moving across the box yet. Well, I don't know how much you guys want to watch about bees going into boxes, but needless to say, the swarm's in there. I'm going to go ahead and cut this video short. Hope y'all enjoyed it.